Welcome back to CockTales Dirty Discussions, you guys.
I had a meeting the other day and I walked in and the man said, Brandy Norwood?
Hey, if you don't want to do it, don't do it, because it does seem like it could be stressful, especially if you have people in your life who may, or you may assume that they feel obligated to be in the wedding, or like you should feel obligated to invite them to be in your wedding, even if you don't want to do. I mean, it just seems like a headache.
That's wild that you just think you about to be. Do you think that if you had a wedding, traditional wedding, and you were gonna have, would you have a bridal party, or do you want not? Okay.
Yes.
Do you want
I'm
not?
just gonna
Why did I say, do you want not?
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
What?
I don't know.
Do you want not at your day of blood? Like, why
All
did
right,
I do
Game
that?
of Thrones. I don't know. You slipped into a different dimension real quick.
I want a wedding party and I have it in my notes and I have the list already out and space for new friends. But like, I also know that like we gotta have a conversation. Like, I want you to be honest before you commit.
What you gotta do? What are you imagining for your bridal party?
Can't come on the bachelorette party or whatever I have that's similar to that if you're not gonna be able to be a helping hand, if you're not gonna get along with people. Like, after being in my sister's wedding,
I hear the horror stories of the brides too.
I just need everybody to be unique, open-minded, committed.
Okay. Committed to what though?
Committed to like, we're gonna go on a trip and you don't want to go on the trip, or you know you're not gonna leave your kids this long. Like, just say no. Like,
I'm having a luxury Nigerian American wedding, and I'm having a huge issue with guests inviting other people to our wedding despite our clear request. Y'all need to take the Nigerian out of this description of your wedding. That's the first mistake right there. And now we have uninvited guests. Some people responded by accusing us of being selfish. The nerve of them. The unmitigated gall. You are calling me selfish for the wedding we are planning and paying for because you don't want to get a babysitter.
Maybe you hand deliver who you can a wristband and mail out the wristbands to the people who you can't hand deliver it to, and hire security. And then at the day of the wedding, the security makes a line like a club. There's 2 lines. If you have a VIP wristband, you get to come in, and then he just stands at the door and is like, can't nobody else come in?
Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man, it's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales, Dirty Discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
What's up, you guys? Today's cocktail is called Practice What You Preach. So the ingredients for this cocktail are pretty simple. You're just going to need some sparkling wine. I have a cava right here and it's extra dry. I love this brand, Friesnet. I don't know how you say it, but it's good. It comes in a black bottle and it's not super pricey. I also have some peach liqueur. So you're going to either take a champagne flute or a coupe glass like I have here. And then you're going to take about an ounce of peach liqueur. I'm just gonna eyeball it. And then you will top it off with the sparkling wine, cava in my case. And that's it. That's a practice what you preach. Cheers. Welcome back to CockTales Dirty Discussions, you guys. I'm Kiki Said So.
Hey y'all, I am Medina Monroe.
And this little peach drink is good. We had to record some other stuff before this, and mine is halfway done.
Mine's about to be done. Y'all know I'm a guzzler, but I'm gonna be good.
Yeah, I was trying to be good today. Tell me what you think.
Mm-hmm.
I made this one up. You like?
Let me tell you what this tastes like.
Summertime.
This tastes like summertime fine. This tastes like you in love, a good, new, fresh love. Y'all both been honest with each other. You ready to go on a trip. He reading your mind. He take you on the trip. You going to Bora Bora, bitch. That's what this tastes like.
Okay.
First class, everybody got pre-check, lounge access, no questions asked.
A girl can dream, right? I am going on a trip though.
Kiki, your trip is coming up.
I am so excited.
How do you feel?
I am so excited. I'm so ready to go.
You have your outfits ready? How we doing our hair?
Nope.
Okay.
But my mind is ready.
You're going to get sugared or waxed?
Well, you know, I do laser.
Oh, I forgot. So you been bare.
Yeah, I've got a few straight hairs. I am pushing it
because I got to go on Monday to get them zapped off. But I'm just going to be like deep into the sunscreen. I need SPF 9000.
Okay.
And I'm just going to try to block as much as I can because I will be outside. I will be on the beach. I will be on the ATVs. I will be at the restaurants. I cannot wait to get out there. I can't wait to meet everybody that's going on the trip.
Are you a little bit nervous?
Yeah, because I want to make sure that everybody has a good time.
Oh, girl, you're such a good time. They gonna have a good time, even if y'all was in San Antonio.
Well, yeah, because we would be going to all the taco shops, okay? And so most of what we have planned is actually food related. Surprise, surprise. But I know whenever I was doing that survey last year, I had asked a bunch of questions and it was like a toss up between people who like a jam-packed itinerary and people who don't really like all of that. And I was like, you know what? People don't like to try and figure out when they get to a destination, if they're not a planner, is what to eat. So I did the heavy lifting on that. Most of the meals that we're eating are already paid for. It was part of the package and I picked them out. I picked out what we'll be eating. We're doing a Caribbean cooking class and that's going to be for dinner one day. Initially it's going to be for lunch, but now it's for dinner one day. And I'm excited because I like the new cooking class group. It seems like a little bit more fun and we are trying some different dishes. I was a little nervous. I don't know who's coming on the trip. That's the pescatarian and the vegetarian, but I was like, now y'all. But I did not forget about y'all. I was like, hey, y'all trying to have this beef tenderloin. We got a pescatarian and a vegetarian. Vegetarian girl,
Pack your lunch. I'm just playing.
they have lots of vegetables. But I'm excited about that. And then I left a lot of time during the day so that if people want to go and do their own thing, they can. I'm going to let everybody know what I'm doing. So they're more than welcome to join me. Some of the things that aren't included, but we're like add-ons. We're going to do an e-scooter tour to kind of see, like it's just a little e-scooter that you sit on.
And to go around town or to go in the water?
No. Go around town and see the different areas. And then there's a jet ski thing. People love jet skis. I'm really excited about the ATVs because you get to go see the caves and you can ride around the island. It's just, I'm excited about that part because I didn't get to do the ATVs last time I was there. I did the other stuff. And it really is very beautiful there. What else? We have a yacht day. I be getting seasick.
Really?
Yes. And
Do
so,
you get sick on the plane too? Okay.
No, not on the, it's just the boats.
So
And,
what do you have to take for it?
I take Dramamine and I've also worn the bracelet. Don't none of that really ever help me. So I just push through, but I know that everybody loves it. And I want to go sail around and see what we can see.
So do you actually throw up or you just get, like, you just feel sick?
The last time I was there, I just felt sick. I didn't throw up, but every other time, well, except that one time in Hedonism. Well, you weren't there. I'll tell you about that in a second. But I didn't get sick that time. And then the last time I was on a boat in St. Lucia last year, I just felt a little bit sick, but we weren't out there too bad and the waves weren't crazy. But we're going to beach hop and go to different beaches. And then they do like their traditional Curacao barbecue. It's not American barbecue, but I love barbecue and I'm eating barbecue
Fox
around the
Brothers.
world. It's not Fox Brothers. But
We talk about Fox Brothers every episode. Somebody
Fox
tag
Brothers.
Fox Brothers.
Randy
Where them
and
brothers
Dandy,
at?
where y'all at? Anyway, we'll have the food on there, a DJ and all that stuff. And I had sent an email out and said, okay, I have absolutely talked about the Black people who always want to have an all white party.
Oh, it's not a trip if you don't have all.
I was like, we need to wear white. If you want to add a little color, blue and yellow, I think it's gonna pop on everybody's skin against the white boat in the blue sea for our photos and videos that we'll have. I'm just really excited about it all. We're staying at this nice resort that has its own private beaches and it's a bunch of different stuff to do. So if you just want to chill, you can. And if you want to go out and see stuff like I like to do, you can roll with me. I'm very excited about it. It almost sold out. Y'all will hear this. If you got some money and you just decide you want to go, there's literally one bed left in a shared room. So if you want to come still, come on down. And they fly straight to Curacao now from Atlanta. They didn't when I went before.
Are you flying on Delta?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Delta girl.
Yeah, Delta didn't fly there last time I went. But it has been increasing in popularity. And I'm not saying that I did it, but ain't nobody was talking about this. Nobody was talking about Curacao. Everybody was going to Aruba. Now, all of a sudden, everybody and their mama is there. And I'm just like, well, what is going on? Make room. I'm coming back. Anyway, I'm excited about it. I cannot wait to go. I got my braid appointment.
I can't wait to hear about it. Who braids your hair? Do you go to one of the modern day braiders?
I did. This is going to be a new person.
Okay.
Because last time I felt tried with my time, I was very unhappy, but I needed my hair done. It was an emergency. I was leaving.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens. And it was like, you wanted your hair done because it was Valentine's Day. This was last year, the last time I went to that girl. You wanted your hair done.
That's
so
wild.
You pushed me back and didn't even tell me that's what was going on. I'm there waiting.
How did you know that's what was happening? That she wanted
because
her hair
I got
done?
up to go to the bathroom and then I saw her in another stylish chair in one of those salon suite things. And then she said he was finishing up my hair. And then when she was doing my hair, the guy came in and he was like, I'll finish curling you. He was putting on a wig for her. And I'm like, you don't even have a date. What was the rush?
Maybe she just wanted to do, we be saying self-love.
You were supposed to be braiding my hair till 10:30
That's
p.m.
why I would have been like,
And I had no other option because I was literally leaving like the next day. And I was just like, So I was thinking about going to a traditional braid shop if I couldn't find anybody. But I found somebody and she'll come to my house. And hopefully that works out.
Yeah,
well.
that's nice. Speaking of braids,
Did you get yours redone? They're cute.
I got mine redone.
Okay.
And
they look fresh.
They're so fresh. They're still tight. And it's so interesting, like my relationship with braids, because I love getting braids and I've never gone back to back in braids, but I liked this length and this style so much that I was like, Nancy, let's do it again. But here's my thing with braids. I don't like how the braids look right now. I like when the braids get a little bit worn, because the other day, when I say the other day, it was it was Sunday. So it was 2 days ago. I had an open house and I came back from I was somewhere and this man said, "Hey, Rosa Parks." What? Because of my dress was like covered and my hair was like to this, and he was just like, "You're looking like very Rosa Parks-ish." And I was like, "It's because the braids are tight and too clean. They need to get a little messy."
Rosa Parks, that is so, I've never even seen her in braids.
I've never seen her in braids either, but I was called Rosa Parks and I was like, the braids need to get a little more worn.
I'll be getting my spray bottle and just spray some water on it because it's tight.
Is that what will help it loosen up? I didn't know that.
I think so. I mean, I do it every time and I take a couple Advil, like 3.
It's not, it doesn't hurt tight, but it's just the look tight. Like that tight look. I look like I got kids.
And then moisturize, put some oil up in there.
Yeah. And stuff. My sister recently got braids. My sister has never had braids as an adult. And I'm always telling her, get braids. News anchor. She's like, we can't, in her market, I thought it was really racist that they said she couldn't get braids. And I was like, you really should say something about this out loud, but she didn't. Anyway, she got braids. And at first she was like, I don't want to get them.
Why?
Because she just was like, I don't want to sit there that long. Somebody has to watch the kids. And then she was like, I don't want my head to be hurting. My head's going to be itching. I was like, okay, Megan, don't get the braids. Just don't. She went and got the braids. She looks beautiful. And she was like, I said, you're going to probably be like me. The first week or so, you might not like them because it's tight and your whole head showing. You like your forehead. And she was like, when she got them done, she called me and she was like, well, that look where you don't like your hair. And I was like, it's okay, Meg. You're going to grow into them. On the verge
of tears.
And wouldn't take them out of the bun. This week, she was like, I haven't felt sexy in so long. She was like, I feel sexy. And I was like, good. Last braid story. I had a meeting the other day and it was at Compass Brokerage and I walked in and the man said, Brandy Norwood? And he was dead ass serious.
You should have said, hey.
I did that at Starbucks. I was at Starbucks in the drive-thru and there was this white man and he was like, I have been telling everyone that Brandy comes to this Starbucks. And I was like, does she? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, and I told him, I was like, I'm not Brandy.
I would have let him think it.
I don't think I look that much like Brandy.
Not to be mistaken, but I would let him think that and be wrong every time. I would. Yeah, I'm Brandy. Now, what do I get for being Brandy? Uh-huh.
If
he works there?
Does
he work there or he's just a customer?
No, he works there. Okay. He's always in the drive-through line. I'm always saying, I get told I look like Brandy so much and I have my whole life that if they ever do a movie about Brandy's life, I don't care that I'm not an actress. I am going to audition and I'm going to get it.
Okay.
I'm going to play Brandy.
I know that's right. Lifetime, did you hear her? You know, they love to do a biopic.
But it need to be a good one.
Oh, well,
that Whitney Houston one.
I saw that they did one on Lisa. I love Lisa.
I need a reminder. I know who it is.
Lisa and Cult Jam.
Is this their singers?
Yes. Lisa, there's a song called All Cried Out. Aaliyah and 112 redid it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they did one on her. I haven't watched it yet, but I heard that they actually did a good job on that.
Okay.
So we shall see. I don't know. Well, if that's it for the Braid stories, we'll move on to weird sex. We're going to do some more catching up, and then we have some other topics.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. Man is absolutely not necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
So this week's Weird Sex is brought to you by Masterclass. So while I'm not telling y'all some weird stuff, I was thinking about it and I was like, I think it's weird that we don't share so many sex tips these days. But then I'm like, it's not weird. I don't be having sex like that. I'm just getting back.
I guess we can still give some tips.
Yeah, but we're going to give them today.
Okay.
And I think, as everybody is trying to, everybody's not trying to do the same thing. People are in different paths of their lives and different stages of life. And so maybe you need a confidence booster.
Maybe you tired. Maybe you're heartbroken.
Well, it could be any of those things, right? But no matter what, it's important for good sex to be confident, right? So Masterclass has these different sessions, and the art of sex with Shan Boodram. I was going through it and I went back and I rewatched to make sure I got it. Mm-hmm. So she was sharing some different tips. I'm not giving everything away because you guys have got to go and sign up. It's going to be billed annually at just about $10 a month.
$10?
Mm-hmm. Masterclass.com/CockTales, and you can get the discount. The link is going to be in the description box, but she shared some tips. So I know that you haven't always been big on jewelry, but where are you at with jewelry right now?
I got 2 rings on.
I noticed.
You see
and a watch.
And I got a watch, and that's where I'm at. And, I got earrings. Somebody told me start wearing these little baby newborn earrings. And I said, y'all need to leave me alone. I'm trying.
One day at a time, okay?
Yeah.
I also like to wear my Vesper. I forgot it at a man's house, but
spicy.
I know, right? I was trying out what I learned from Miss Boodram. So she was sharing how something that makes her feel sexy is jewelry, and how you can use jewelry to during sex. So first thing, now this is for people, how does she say it? People with vulvas, right?
I love that.
So there's something, I don't know. Shan will tell you all the educational thing, all the backstory. I'm going to just give you the little bits. Y'all go watch the class to make sure I didn't mess any of this up. But 5-layer necklace. So there's something in Kama Sutra where it talks about this 5-layer necklace. So it's if you have a long necklace, Vesper would work, or if you have a layered necklace, you want to wear it. And you also want to get on top. And the reason you want this long layered necklace is because the necklace can touch different places on your body while you're having sex. And it'll rub up against you in different ways. Now, there's another one called hands down, feet up. That's a position. I said, hands down, feet up. She could have came up with something more creative. Her words, not mine. But I was like, that's straight to the point. I like this position and I've done it before.
Hands down, feet up. So that's kind of like if you're doing a girly girl push-up.
No. So, okay. Imagine the man is laying down on his side, right? You're laying with your head that way, your feet are that way, and you're facing me. Now, I come up to you, and I have my hands down, playing with my clit or whatever I choose to play with. And my feet are up in the air.
Got you.
So he is going to thrust inside or do whatever he wants to do. His hands are down for to be stable so you don't fall on me. And then my hands are down playing and touching him, touching me, all of this stuff. And it feels really good. And then if you still got your necklace on, as that necklace is moving around your body, tickling your nipples or whatever part of your body needs to be touched, that collarbone area, your neck, it's going to feel good. She also wanted to remind people, stop trying to have marathon sex all the time. You don't always need actual intercourse to be
Rushed, fast.
No, you don't need it to be long. You don't need it to be an hour all of the time. Like, it's okay to have, you need to concentrate not on the length of the sex, but the quality of the sex is her point. And she also brought up a good point. Now, I'm not trying to offend nobody, but if you have a small one, you might really want to use some jewelry, some extra things, and that's okay. Work with what you got, but understand your limits. There are certain things that we can all do. And if you got a lot, you have got to do foreplay. You can't be slowing down with that because that's a lot and it can hurt. Anyway, she also shared that there's a position called the hero. So imagine like the guy is sitting down. And I like this one too. And it's going to have a similar effect to the 5-layer necklace. But instead of the necklace, you're actually it's your body. And so you'll be like cuddled up with him, like your legs are wrapped around his body. Your head is resting on his side, bodies pressed together. And then he's able to clench some muscles. Again, I don't know, but Shan does. And she'll tell you when you download the Masterclass app or go to masterclass.com/CockTales. And the way that she just described these things, it made me horny and I wanted to go have sex. So I did. And let me tell you, I applied those teachings and it was appreciated.
Wow.
It was greatly appreciated. There's a ton of other positions and other things for you to try. And she also just talks about like how to talk to somebody about trying stuff. And it's like, last tip I want to give, don't wait until a special occasion to try out something new or, you know, to really try to get sexy. You can do it anytime. You don't wait till Thanksgiving to make that the first time you make a turkey. You need to practice.
That's true.
So, you know, some things that may be a bit more adventurous, don't wait till Valentine's Day or his birthday or your birthday or an anniversary or whatever. Do that another day. Anyway, I hope that you guys sign up for Masterclass. Stop being weird and have good sex. Masterclass.com/CockTales. And y'all don't know it all, okay?
The weird sex segment. Stop being weird.
Stop being weird. Become a master with the art of sex. So anyway, back to us. So, okay, so we talked about the braids.
I love holding
What kind
my
of
drink
braids
like
did
this.
you what?
I love holding my drink like this.
Do you feel very classy?
I do. I feel like
When it's a martini glass, I feel like a divorcee who
and you want to
really
like
came
slosh
up.
some out like, like
Like, oh, yeah. But I don't want to slosh this out. I want it in my mouth. Okay, so y'all, we went to a poly matchmaking event.
We went to a poly matchmaking event and had a really good time.
It was a good time. So Tayomi, who came and taught the cowgirl class, I still use those teachings too.
I can't wait to start using them again. I ain't used them in a minute, but I'll be back. That's just like a regular. That's just a part of my repertoire now. That was such a fun class also. I just want to chime in and say, you guys, we did a Patreon event where we had Tayomi come and do her cowgirl riding class. And we let some of our favorite patrons come and we all did the class together. And it was such a good time. So if you're not a part of our Patreon community, make sure you go to patreon.com/cocktails and join now.
Yeah. So she went through a whole matchmaking training and everything. And so now she's offering matchmaking services for poly people, which makes sense. And I'm like, guess untapped market. You're very smart.
Untapped market. And it's needed because apparently sometimes it's hard to find people who are truly into poly in the real true poly way. And she's helping y'all find each other.
Yeah, and it was a really cool event. They had a bunch of different people there. There was brunch. There was a DJ.
Drinks. We played
very
a game.
Strong drinks. Yes.
We
had a good time.
Yeah, I love a good conversational game or activity in like any environment because sometimes when you have like events or like a party or a gathering, like there can be these like moments where no one's really communicating with each other or you're just talking to the people that you came with. And so at the poly matchmaking event, she asked a question and you had to get with someone you did not know at the party and have this discussion about the topic that she brought up. And then some people went up and presented what they talked about. And My girl, I think her name was Zion or Zona. I might be getting her name wrong, but we had such a great conversation.
What was y'all's question? Do
Our
you
question
remember?
was, do you think, are you against 50-50? It was something like that. It was something like, are you against 50-50? And we just had great dialogue about it. And yeah, it ended up exchange.
I wonder how that works in a poly relationship.
That seems like that. I feel like they would.
That's a lot of math.
That's a lot of math, and that's a lot. I feel like the men in poly relationships, y'all gotta be financially stable, because I do still feel like women expect you to take care of most things.
Well, I don't know, because remember when we had, I think her name was Kendra, maybe? I might be getting that. Or Kenya. And she had a show on like TLC, and she had
we
two
had her on during
husbands
COVID
and another boyfriend. And so she's the one making the money, and they're taking care of the house. So maybe not. I guess it just depends, and you find your people.
And where you can, because they're not just chilling though. She makes them work. They're actually,
they
like,
work for her.
They work. Everybody has to like actually clock in and work a job. It was, yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Daddy Hef, and I asked him to come on the show. He said he lives right up the street. Well, not in Atlanta, but not too far. So hopefully he can. I can't remember what our question was. It was something about time, spending time with your partner. I can't remember. I remember that me, him, and the other lady that was in our group, we agreed. I was like, I don't know. Something about if your partner is always really busy and has to schedule alone time with you, does that mean they don't care or something like that? And we all said no, because depending on how your life is, sometimes that is how it is, and you do have to schedule it so that it gets done, because otherwise it won't happen. Can't be mad at a little schedule. Sometimes people's lives are hectic.
And sometimes if you are like forgetful like me, you need to see it on something so that you just don't. I'm one of those people where it's like, I will be saying, yes, I'm coming to everything. Clearly that's not true. I'm going to end up saying no over the weekend to several people. So we got to put it down on something, prioritize what's going on. The older you get and have discussions about relationships and get in and out of relationships, like, it's so interesting to look at how things change and how like your views just change and your mindset is different. Whereas if you got the 50-50 question in your 20s, you might be like, I know 50-50. Or you don't, because one of the things that me and my partner talked about, my partner at the poly thing, it wasn't even just about money 50-50. It was like energy. Like, where are you at as far as like your energy level? People can't always give you 100%. It's not realistic to expect that. And so I don't know. I love to hear people talk in just a beautiful way, in a real way, about relationships and how people interact in them in a real way.
I think too, like, the 50-50, when it's talking about money, that conversation is tiresome to have, because really, I believe you need to do what works for you and the person or people who you are with. But what annoys me is just what you're saying. Like, people will want you to split things 50-50, but you're not putting even 50% of your energy into this. And it's supposed to be a little give and take, like, and then figure out what you're good at and how y'all can come together, and stop trying to do math. Y'all probably didn't even get good grades in math in school, so don't start now.
And then also, when you think about 50-50 financially, I think people really have to sit down and be like, does this even make sense for us to split this? Or should you just take the whole mortgage and I take my money and do something else with it? Technically, it's still 50-50. It's just we're splitting up responsibilities. Like, if you're so focused on, you ain't gonna be living off me, like, it's like, what are we really talking about here? Like, what is the root of this?
And then too, I feel like I see the conversation on the internet a lot, and I hear other people say that they have it, but I have not had somebody seriously talk to me about literally splitting everything evenly in half on everything all the time. It's just like, Come on.
Yeah.
I think people just like to argue and feel like they have a point. But anyway, the event was really cool. And if you guys are poly or looking to learn more about it, maybe y'all can check out our services. We were just there for research purposes.
Yeah, we just wanted to get out into the world and see what the people were doing in the poly world. And they're out and about having fun and being
There were a
poly.
few couples and a few singles there. I was chatting it up with some different people, dancing around the room. That was a busy weekend.
That was a busy weekend.
Because there was another thing we went to, but it was kind of dead when we got there.
Or it was ending when we got there.
Yeah, well, it was supposed to end at like 9 something, and we got there before that. But yeah, the food was probably done, so then people want to go to the next spot. It was a Saturday night,
and we were Friday night. We were supposed to go to an erotic massage event, but we ended up not. Kiki and I were like, true. Kiki and Medina saw. Listen, I got one night in me. I was praying. You said, "Hey, let's not go."
Yeah, I was so pooped, and I was just like, I don't want to get it. I said, let me just say something, because it's better I say something than to show up and be falling asleep.
And we both didn't even want to really I wanted to go, but my body was like, sit down.
It's hard sometimes. I miss the days when I could just get up and go. I remember like when I first moved here, going out and like going to parties, going to clubs, hanging out with my friends, staying up all night, taking a little cat nap, bouncing up, going to work like it was nothing.
It was nothing.
This girl needs a new motor in her to be trying to keep up like that. I cannot.
I won't.
Yeah, I need more rest. I already don't get enough rest.
Yeah.
And God provide hemp so I can fall asleep, because sometimes it's like I'm so pumped up, all this caffeine pumping through my body. I have a hard time falling asleep, and then I take my Viahem. I've been on the cloud 9.
Souped up on Via.
I am. I be having the high love on sexy time nights, on date nights, and every other night I've got the Zen or the cloud 9. I fell into a fit of laughter when I had the cloud 9. That felt so good, and I was so tired, but I was laughing so hard I couldn't fall asleep. And then next thing you know, I was just out.
There's this lady that I met in one of my church groups, and I keep my Viahem bottles sometimes in my purse, and I was pulling something out and it fell out. And she was like, are those edibles? And I was like, yes.
You said it like that?
I was so embarrassed. She was like, it's okay. She was like, I make my own edibles. She was like, you want to try some? I was like,
what does she make?
She makes everything. Cornbread. I said, could you put it in a little pasta? She was like, I could put it in like make like a pasta noodle or put it in the sauce. But she does lemon squares. She was like, that's my most popular seller. I was like, clients in the church. She was like, I sure do.
Absolutely.
I was like,
people be stressed out, tired, having needs. People have needs, okay?
They do.
And wants and desires.
Speaking of needs, do you have a need?
I got 50, 11 needs. What you mean? I need somebody to rub my feet right now, too.
That would be nice.
What is my standing hour on my thing? I didn't stand up that much today. Yesterday, it was like 13 hours standing up. Why am I awake?
Wow.
I was on the treadmill. I went to the belt line. I was just moving and grooving. I got to get this weight up off of me. I'm not supposed to be big. My wrists are little. That's how I know.
Well, you should come one day and have a day with me and my trainer, Vern.
Yeah. And what's his name keeps telling me to go there too, because I told you he trains over there.
Who?
Jay?
Does he go in the morning or does he go in the evening?
It depends.
Okay.
But when he goes in the morning, it's usually midday. He's been going there for a while. That's how I knew what it was when you said it. But that was
love it. Like,
that was
they
a
actually
lit day.
feel like family.
He has lost a lot of weight because he's going on the Curacao trip too.
Oh.
Yeah. And he was like, I'm not going back big. And I was like, you weren't big. You were just softer than you used to be. He want to be popping out with 6-pack abs and stuff. But the other day I saw them and I said, now wait a minute. I ordered my factor meals. And I got my butt on that treadmill because I said, you're not about to just be out there skinny with muscles and stuff. And I'm just chunky. I just be a little chunky and you can have muscles and stuff. But yeah, that maybe I will go one day. You go early enough.
I go early, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
like an early morning workout.
I can't do an end of the day workout. I can't do it because it's just like by then I feel heavy and I'm tired. I'm not doing it.
And for me, it's hard to like tear myself away from whatever I'm doing. And then when I do, it's like I want to shower and go to sleep. But yeah, I gotta do some more stuff. I gotta figure it out. I was talking to Drea earlier today. She was going to the gym. She's doing the 75 hard. Have you heard of that?
Yes. And I was like, anybody.
Have you done it?
No,
Oh.
but Mel Robbins is doing it. She was talking about it on her podcast, and she was like talking about how many times her and her husband have had to, not her and her husband, she has had to start over. And she was like, my husband just has so much tenacity. It's making me feel more attracted to him because he hasn't had to start over. And I'm like, people that are doing that is fucking crazy.
It is. Because I'm like, 75. We're going to start with 5 hard. Okay? 5. That's it.
5 minutes?
Days.
Okay.
5 days. Because it's a 75-day thing. That is a long time to be working out every day with no break. I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. But I think that the slow changes are sticking. And so I'm just going to stay on the tortoise path with it all. But hopefully by May, I see more changes in certain things that I want to see. But I have noticed my clothes fitting different. Some stuff that was snug doesn't fit anymore. So that feels good. But I want to like look in the mirror and feel different. And I ain't there yet. In May, I'm going back to hedonism with the Worst Behavior Tour. Now that's another trip. So that's May. That's around Memorial Day weekend. Y'all should come. If you've never been, it will be an eye-opening experience. If you have been, you already know what to expect. Orion is hosting the trip.
That's going to be cute. I wonder what he's going to be doing. You think he'll be at that booty party?
I don't know what all of the individual events are, but I know he's DJing some parties. I know he and I are going to do something. It's just like a sit-down talk type of thing. Not anything wild and crazy. But I don't know what all of the festivities are. It's their anniversary. I forget how many years. But it's their anniversary of doing the trip. And they're going to be out there for like 10 days. Now, I ain't being there for 10 days.
Them babies be gone.
But you know what? If I had like work is stressful, but if I had a really, really stressful job and I took like an annual vacation and I really just wanted to let loose and be away for like a specific amount of time, I would go. I am looking forward to going back. I think that this time I'm staying 4 or 5 days. So I'll be there in the weekend times around Memorial Day and leaving either on Memorial Day or the day after. I am going to venture off the resort this time. I didn't really do that before. So I want to venture off the resort, but I am going to pace myself better so that I'm not tired, because the last night when we were there, we were in the room sleep.
I feel like I did too much. Like the shroom candy got me.
I still have mine.
I wonder if it's still
First
good.
of all, I was so nervous because I brought it back with me and I didn't realize it at first until I was going through security.
You thought you was going to prison?
Yeah,
Jamaican prison.
And I was like,
you getting beat with plantains.
I'm going to have to do something strange to get out of this because I'm not going to jail. I was ready to give it up, whichever hole you want. I'm not going to jail, okay? So anyway, it was in like a toiletry bag. And so then I had a comb in my toiletry bag that had a rat tail on it. So that's what they were looking for. But I thought somehow, some way, they knew that it was shroom chocolate. Now, I had already given away all those pre-rolls and everything else because there's like a smoke shop on the property.
Oh, yeah.
And so they gave us like a goodie bag full of all kind of stuff, like Wild Girl treats, bottle of tequila, condoms, lube, deodorant, wipes, all kind of other stuff, candy. I ate those Rice Krispie treats up, okay? I needed those for a late night snack. But they also gave us the pre-rolls and the shroom chocolate.
Drugs.
But you know, Kitty told us, you know, whatever being on your worst behavior is for you, you can just come here and be free. And they are absolutely right about that. So if life has you down and you stressed out and you want to have a wild time, that's where you go. The Curacao trip is not going to be wild like that. It's going to be a different vibe. But this one is going to be wild. And you can go let loose and just be free. I will say everything I saw was really interesting, whether it was something for me or not. The people that were in the group and the other people at the resort, like all those theme nights that they had. Remember
that was fun. Wasn't there a Renaissance night, or did I make that up?
There was a Renaissance night.
There was like a 70s night or an Afro night or something. That was the night I took my mushroom candy and can't really remember anything.
I don't remember the
and
70s
was running down
night.
the sand beach with my afro.
I remember there was like a hip hop anniversary. It was like you're supposed to dress like somebody's cover art, and it was a silent party, and that was kind of cool. It's like you naked running around with headphones or partially naked with headphones. It was interesting.
Yeah, if you really are one of those people where like you just want to like try some stuff, go and try it, because I had never been to a nude pool, nude beach, and participated in the nudity. It took me about an hour to take my clothes off and actually get in the pool. Remember, I was like, we were standing on the side. Y'all were in the pool and everybody was naked.
already in the pool having a good time.
I could not do it, y'all. I couldn't do it. I was like, And I would take my towel and then I was like, never mind. Can I get a grilled cheese sandwich? And then I ate my grilled cheese sandwich, and then me and ex-bae were like, okay, we're going. He was ready to go. I was like, I can't go. And then finally, I talked myself into going and getting in the naked pool of soup booty. And it was fun.
Let me tell you, whether you got a swimsuit on or not, booties and penises and pussies will be in the pool, and it's going to be a good time. I saw some things. I learned some things. It was fun. There are some pieces I do not remember because it is an all-inclusive resort, and I'm going to get my money's worth.
And you did.
Mm-hmm. And yeah.
And if you, again, Patreon plug real quick, if you guys want to kind of see a little peek into it, we did some interviews while we went to Hedonism, and they're on Patreon. I think we did a 4-part interview.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
And we talked to different people about what was going on. There was one night, I don't know which way you walked when you went from your room to the nude area, but you know how like you could walk along the beach and get there, or you could go through the paths.
Yeah.
So we went through the paths one day, and it's like a little duck off piece, and there's benches and stuff. But when I really paid attention, there were so many signs, and people buy the signs and you can put them up. And people had these signs, and it's like them having sex. It's like carved in wood, but then they put the years that they go. There were couples that have been going there for decades.
I loved that. I know what you're talking about.
And I thought that was so cool. I'm like, sometimes you just want to get away and be free. I was this was, I guess, a month or 2 ago. I was talking to the girl that we were hanging out with.
Is she coming?
Coming where?
In
May?
To
I'm not sure, because everybody is like, well, why aren't you coming in December? I said, well, May is what's coming up. I don't know what's going on in December. I don't know if I'll be back for that, but I know I'll be there in May. So y'all come in May. I'm not sure. I did ask her if she was going to come to the Curacao trip, but I don't think she's coming. But we'll see if she's coming to that one. And then some other people had hit me up and said they've never been, they want to go. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, because that's going to be a time I won't be on my phone. I'm just going to leave it in the room. I won't be packing heavy, because you don't really need no clothes
at all. Just some wraps if you even need that. You just need a little
You need
lotion.
Airport clothes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little cocoa
And if
butter.
you actually just get in the water, there you go. It's going to be a vibe. You guys, let's just be honest with each other. Sometimes even when you want to be in the mood, your mind and your body and all the parts down south just are not on the same page. And that's why I'm so glad that we have High Love from Via Hemp. Today's episode is sponsored by Via, the brand behind the most loved THC libido gummy on the market, designed to enhance intimacy, heighten pleasure, and help you fully embrace the moment. I recently whipped out the last 2. I didn't even realize I had let myself get that low, so I had to re-up. But there were 2 gummies. I had one, and the man I was having sex with had one. And let me tell you, that was just like, mind-blowing. And it's been a while since I've had sex that good. And it was just like the passion was there. At first, like I wanted to have sex, but my body was feeling weird. Like it didn't want to do it. Like, girl, go lay down.
It needed a little help.
It needed some help.
Little jump
and
start.
High Love did what it needed to do. And then because he took it too, we were both taking High Love and feeling high on love.
I think that it was such a great decision for Via to make what was supposed to be a limited Valentine's Day edition, the High Love, now it's a part of their permanent lineup because that is how much the people loved it, including me and obviously including my friends, because one of my girlfriends took my whole bottle of High Love. I said,
She took the whole
She
thing?
took the whole bottle and took it on a trip with her and her bae. And then she was texting me the whole day while they were tooted up in Cancun talking about this High Love really works. And I was like, yeah, girl, you took the whole bottle. She was only supposed to take the sample pack. Because
Right.
when you order from when you order from Via Hemp, you get to pick sample packs. So I have a little sample pack. I got a little variety of everything. My friends just be jacking all my stuff. Order your own.
Yes. And you can order your own right now. If you are 21 or older, check out the link for Via in our description box and use the code CockTales at CockTales, and you will receive 15% off. It's free shipping on orders over $100. And if you're new to Via, get a free gift of your choice. Those little sample packs Medina was just talking about. After you purchase, they ask you where you heard about them. Please, please, please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Take your passion and pleasure to a whole new love with High Love from Via. I have also been doing some wedding planning.
Fun.
Well, I guess I shouldn't say planning. I haven't been planning the wedding. I've been listening to my aunt talk about planning.
Are
her
you the wedding planner?
No.
Okay. Are they using a wedding planner?
I don't even know, but she's just giving me updates. But we're going dress shopping this week. So she got her first dress already, but she's having 2 ceremonies. So she's looking for her second dress. So we're going to go this week. I'm excited for that.
Now, why is she having 2 ceremonies?
So she's going to have a small wedding. And I don't know how many people, like when I say small, I think it's going to be like 5 of us there.
Oh, wow.
Because I think what it was is she really wanted this specific wedding date, and the venue she wanted was not available that date. So she's still going to get married that day, and that's going to be their true anniversary, but then they'll have a bigger wedding with the family the following week in Natchitoches. So we're going to go to Natchitoches for that, and she's having an engagement party next month.
Oh, fun. Is there a theme?
I don't know.
Is there a maid of honor? Or I know that I've noticed people are moving away from that.
She's not doing a bridal party. She says she feels like she's too old.
Really?
And I just feel like, hey, if you don't want to do it, don't do it, because it does seem like it could be stressful, especially if you have people in your life who may, or you may assume that they feel obligated to be in the wedding, or like you should feel obligated to invite them to be in your wedding, even if you don't want to do. I mean, it just seems like a headache.
That's wild that you just think you about to be.
Yeah, I mean, some people feel like, oh, well, you're my sister. Or some people feel like they thought that they were best friends. I mean, it could be a host of things. I don't know. She just told me, though. That's me putting my 2 cents in. She told me she's too old. She's not doing all of that.
Do you think that if you had a wedding, traditional wedding, and you were going to have, would you have a bridal party, or do you want not? Okay.
Yes.
Do you want
I'm
not?
just gonna
Why did I say, do you want not?
I wasn't going to say nothing.
What?
I don't know.
Do you want not at your day of blood? Like, why
All right,
did I do
Game
that?
of Thrones. I don't know. You slipped into a different dimension real quick.
That was wild.
I would want a wedding party. If I don't have a wedding party, do I even want a wedding?
Now, I want a wedding party, and I have it in my notes, and I have the list already out and space for new friends. But like, I also know that like we got to have a conversation. Like, I want you to be honest before you commit. Because I feel like some people commit to being a part of a bridal party, and you really, didn't have the time, didn't really want to. Like, and it's just like,
What you got to do? What are you imagining for your bridal party?
I'm just saying, like, the time to actually be a part of the wedding. If you can't come on the bachelorette party or whatever I have that's similar to that, if you're not going to be able to be a helping hand, if you're not going to get along with people, like, I don't think that you should just agree just because I ask you. I want it to be a real conversation. Like, I don't think I can handle this, because I will say, after being in my sister's wedding, it's not just something where if someone asks me because you just want me to be, I'm not just saying yes. Like, it's like, nah, sis, I do love you and I'm gonna get you a great gift, but I can't commit to this. Like, I just wish something, because you hear like the horror stories of the bridal party, and it's like, we don't have to do this. You didn't have to say yes.
I hear the horror stories of the brides too, and they be wanting a whole lot. That's why I was asking, like, what is the commitment that you're envisioning? What would you need your bridesmaids to do aside from show up to the wedding, obviously, and the dress rehearsal, and whatever your bachelorette experience is.
I don't know what the bachelorette experience will be yet, but I just need everybody to be unique, open-minded, and committed.
Okay.
Committed
to what though?
Committed
That's what
to
I'm
like
asking.
being responsive, being like don't try to be difficult with certain things. Like if I say this is what you're wearing, this is what you're wearing. Like if it's like one person can wear a long dress, one person can wear a midi dress. Like I just don't want anybody being difficult. That's all. And if you know you're gonna be like that, just deny it and let's talk about it. And that's okay. We'll have you as an honorary one. Or if you know, like, we're gonna go on a trip and you don't want to go on the trip, or you know you're not gonna leave your kids this long, like, just say no. Like,
Oh my gosh. You said something that made me think of another question. For your bridesmaids, whoever they might be, when the time comes, do you want everybody dressed alike? Or what are your thoughts on that? Because I've seen it done so many different ways.
I think that it depends on all the body types. And I do want, I'm not the type of person where I'm gonna be like, you need to wear this and you're not comfortable in it. So I would like everybody to be dressed alike, but if everybody has different body types and you're not comfortable in certain things, I wouldn't be that one to be like, well, you need to just wear it. I know you don't like your knees, but I want you to show them. Like, I'm like, no, like you don't have to show them.
And you still got to spend all that money on pictures. So you want them fucking up your pictures.
Right.
Now,
But
what
one
about
thing
hair?
okay, that's what I was about to say. I'm not playing about hair. So
does everybody's hair need to look the same?
Everybody doesn't have the same type of hair. So I'm fine with hair not looking the same, but I'm telling you what your hair is going to be. Or the hairstylist is going to say, like, what is going to work for your hair. You're not just coming in a teeny tiny fro. Like, we're not doing that. So
Did you say teeny tiny fro?
if you just did a big chop and you're like, I'm going to do we're not doing that. So let's talk about the options we got. Like, we're not.
It's her wedding and she'll cuss you out if she wants to, okay?
I'm not going to cuss you out, but I am going to like say, hey, do you want to not do this?
No, I want to do this. I like my baby fro.
It's not
Power to the
going with the
people.
dress.
I'm going to put some leave-in conditioner in it. Then we just gonna stare at each other.
I'm just going to be like, please.
Invitation rescinded.
That's
You can sit in the audience.
And see, I don't want any fallouts during the wedding. I really don't. So I'm try to be as like, I can move, I can shift. I'm okay with like going with the flow of things, but just like somebody's wedding, even if when I was in my sister's wedding, like she wanted everybody, she didn't care. You're wearing a happy bottom 37, or it was called, I was happy butt 32.
What's that?
It was these shapewear things. She was like, everybody's wearing one. I didn't want to wear it. I didn't really need to. My shape was really looking good during her wedding. I'm getting in it. If the bride says she wants something, you're getting it. My sister wanted to go to the studio and record with an engineer Disney love songs. We did it. She wanted fake paparazzi and dinner. We did. It wasn't like, when there be difficult people along the wedding, right? It's like, bro, what is you doing? This is somebody's wedding. Just get with it, or again, deny the invitation.
Oh my goodness.
People be difficult. I don't want to get a massage. I don't want to just be in the cabin. Well, you don't need to come. I don't want to go to the club. Wait, I don't want to wear dresses. Like, what are you doing here? I want to wear a crunchy updo. We're not wearing crunchy updos.
Oh my God. I don't know. The last wedding that I went to was for a friend of mine. Now, I was not in the wedding, but I went on the bridesmaids trip. I had a blast. I felt like an honorary bridesmaid. I'm glad that I did not have the stress of being a bridesmaid. Mm-hmm. They did have to wear identical hair. They all have the same dress, but it's one of those bridesmaids dresses where you can tie it up and wear it different ways so that it's flattering on multiple body types. So everybody didn't have to style their dress the same. They just had to have the same thing. But they did all have to have a uniform pony. And they looked good. She made a good decision. Mm-hmm. It was flattering for everybody. Somebody had something with their hair. I don't know, but she told them they had to figure it out. The wedding was beautiful. We had a great time. I remember I went and I showed her the dress that I was going to wear. I'm not in the wedding. I'm a guest. I did not realize that pretty much everybody that was going to the wedding was wearing their wedding colors. I just felt like what? Y'all aren't in the wedding. Why is everybody in their colors? So I stuck out like a sore thumb in my chartreuse dress, but she loved it and it was fabulous. And I want to wear that dress again, but I got lipstick on it and some other stains. Anyway, it was a good time, but I can understand how some people could get overwhelmed with like the events and everything leading up to the wedding. So I'm glad that my aunt doesn't have a ton of stuff. My grandma did try to trick me into planning a bachelorette party, but I think she meant a bridal shower. I'm not doing none of that, but I am going to host her engagement party next month. So I'm excited about that. And I'm just excited to see her get married and be in love. Like, her fiance is so sweet. And like, I like how she is around him. And sometimes it's like when you see people in love and you see how they're a little different, still them, but just a little different in a better way, it makes my heart warm. So I'm just excited about it. And then I like to see her son with him. So we've got a few more months. There will be a wedding in the fall, y'all. And I can't wait to go.
Oh, a fall wedding. That's beautiful.
It's in November. November something. I don't know. And let me see. What else is going on? Oh, while I'm gone, have you ever used the Rover app?
No. What is it?
So the Rover app, it's like the care.com or care app where you find a babysitter for your kid, but it's for pets because I need somebody to watch my Whitley while I'm gone. She's not coming to Curacao. And so I asked my aunt, but she's going on a work trip and so is her fiance. So I have all these meet and greets set up for the rest of the week so I can meet these potential sitters because I'm not leaving my baby.
Are they going to stay
anywhere.
In your house?
No.
Okay. They're going to take her.
So I'm going to go to their houses to do an inspection.
I would be so
and I
nervous.
need to meet them. Yeah, I'm very nervous.
Yeah.
I need to have air tags in lots of places. I'm just very nervous. So we'll see. Y'all pray for me.
Yeah, we'll send up a prayer.
I wish I could bring my baby. I just really don't want to leave her.
You could bring her, but that might just be stressful. Out of the country,
I think it's going to be
with
stressful. Out of the country, and then it's like, I don't even know if the hotel is dog friendly. And then what's she going to do all day?
Yeah.
What if she drowned in the ocean?
What if she is sick? That's just too much.
It's too much. I'm not doing it.
How long is the flight?
4 hours.
Yeah, that's too long.
It's practically going to Venezuela. It's far, far, far away. So yeah, I don't know. And then I have to turn around and leave her again because I'm going to Chicago for that conference. And so I'll be speaking in the conference. My day is April 3rd. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, so are any of y'all on Rover?
That might be. That could be.
Maybe, but if you listen to the show, just know I'm going to find you. If you try something with my baby. They're not coming to my house. I'm dropping them off.
Okay, well, on that note, I guess we will move on to Indecisive Diane. And when we come back, we have a little advice to read. We are leaving dates that feel like interviews in 2024. It's 2025. It's time for change. It's time to meet people where they're at, have the space to feel free, especially when you're picking a partner or even friends. And we have Field for that. That's FEELD, the Field app. You guys, I love how transparent it is. It's normal to be transparently honest on the Field app. Like people are open and honest about what they're looking for, whether it's friendships. You can create a group chat in the app so you can bring your friends along with you in the Field app. It is just one of those apps that is really evolving and keeping up with the people and what people need and want in the dating world. You can no longer say it's trash.
Yeah. And so with that constellation feature where you can link up with your friends, if you aren't in a monogamous relationship, you might be in a poly relationship. You can also link your profile with any of your other lovers so that people on the app already know who you're connected with. They can see kind of and get a picture of who you are within a social context. It's a really cool app. If you guys haven't tried it, please, please, please check it out. The Field app is available to download in the App Store or Google Play.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, it's me, Diane, and this week's date idea is perfect for the girls. Or if you have a daughter and you want to have a mommy and me date. Have you guys heard of the Tea Around Town Atlanta Tea Bus Party? Oh my God. It looks incredibly fun. I'm actually going this weekend, so I'll tell you about it. Google Tea Around Town's Atlanta. Book your service now. Bye.
All right, you guys, it is now time for the advice, and this week's advice is brought to you by Field. If you are looking for a way to meet new people and explore your different options and explore different identities for yourself all in one app, you can do that with the Field app. That's FEELD. You can connect with friends, you can connect with dates, you can meet different types of people. There's over 20 different sexual identities, gender identities. You can look for poly relationships, monogamous relationships, ethical non-monogamy, just fun times, friends. You can see who's connected to who. They have all sorts of things on there. You can talk about a lot of things so you can just weed through. There's no algorithm that's going to be gatekeeping to keep you from meeting your matches. There's just so many options. So if you're about to send us an email about somebody who is wasting your time, I'm going to tell you now the answer is download the Field app, FEELD. It's available in the App Store and on Google Play.
And find somebody who's going to be open and honest and transparent about what they're looking for. Okay, so this advice letter is titled What Would You Do? Hi, ladies, longtime fan. Okay, so I recently reconnected with my on and off again ex of the last 4 years. In the past, it's always felt like he was into me and only me, and he made it very obvious. Doing things for me, random flowers all the time, sending money, always wanting to see me, just very attentive. We broke up again for a year and reconnected right before the new year. Since then, we've been hanging out, but it doesn't feel romantic. More like friends, just spending time. We don't have sex very often, and I think it's because I may not be his first preference. He still treats me well, and he's respectful, has his shit together, and would make a good husband, I think. But not as romantic with me as he used to be. No flowers since we reconnected, and that was always irregular from him. I'm completely in love with him. When we're not together, I think about him constantly and miss him so badly. I want to build a life with him, but I think he may be still in love with his most recent ex. He left his phone open when he fell asleep one night, so naturally I had to look through it.
Naturally.
I saw that he's still been in contact with this one ex and just as recently as November was trying to make it work with her. The conversations now seem harmless, just an occasional check-in on each other every few weeks or so. But I saw that he searched for her IG and her YouTube channel just this past week. And is you with my nigga? And I don't know how to feel about it. I also looked in his photo apps, and when I clicked the library, it opened up to a picture of her. I don't know how you doing all this calmly. He says he wants to settle down with me, and us reconnecting was fate, and that I'm right where I'm supposed to be with him. He took me on a beautiful trip for Valentine's Day and made me feel so special. But knowing he's missing her just kills me. I haven't mentioned anything to him about it because I don't know how to bring it up without mentioning that I went through his phone. Any advice? What would you ladies do in my situation? And I'm sorry this is so long. It's okay because that was really good.
That wasn't even that long.
It wasn't that long. Some people, we just delete them. Be like, bitch, what you need? But that, I actually don't think this is a rare issue.
Not at all.
Yeah, I don't think this is a rare problem. I also don't think that everybody always ends up with the person that they truly love. And that's a hard pill to swallow. Like, I think that sometimes people get logical with what you want in life, and that ex might have been who you truly love, and you wished some things could have changed so that it could have worked out. And it didn't. And so you're with somebody else. Now, you're not supposed to know that. I don't really know how it feels if you know it. We've all seen The Notebook, I think. And that is literally what happened with Noah and Allie. And I always say, I couldn't have been the girl that Noah was with when Allie came back, and she always knew. She was like, oh, you're Allie. Do you remember The Notebook? How it
Vaguely.
Okay, well, Noah.
I remember the gist.
Okay, and Noah and Allie, they had this love that was like unspeakable. People felt it. People saw it. They couldn't live without each other. Her mama took her away. She was like, you was not being with nobody's broke ass son. Go away, and you're going to get with whatever the rich man's name was.
I mean, women had limited options back then.
But Allie left the rich man and was sneaking around to go see Noah. They end up rekindling. She goes to the house knowing he has a new woman. He's been with this woman for years. She's like, oh, you're Allie. I see why he loves you so much. She lets her come in. They have dinner together. She has always known that Allie was the true love of his life.
There's a reason for a lot of these phrases. The one that got away, we've all heard it. Mm-hmm. People be missing their exes.
People be missing their exes. And I like, honestly, my advice to you would be, you have to have a conversation with yourself because you know the information. I don't know that my being would let me sit with that and still be able to have like a good, healthy relationship. I would be mad. And now I got an attitude, and I'm never going to stop trying to figure out how you feel about her. And it's just... Like, I think that people are definitely in relationships where somebody loves somebody else more, but I don't know, like, what does that mean to deal with that? I don't know. I'm not going to act like I do, honestly. I think you gotta meditate on it and talk to him about it. Like, I would say if I was in that situation, instead of like getting upset, because you seem to be understanding. It doesn't, unless you left parts out of the story, it doesn't seem like you got mad. It seems like you really love him and you want it to work. And people do that, men and women. I think you need to have a conversation with him and be like, hey, listen, do you want to be with Barbara or Shirley? Who? Like, what do you really want to do? Like, what do you see a life with me or not? Like, and can you deal with knowing he truly wants to be with someone else? And I also wish I knew how old y'all were.
Yeah, that would have been maybe helpful. I think that, yeah, you need to have an honest conversation with yourself in the mirror without him. I think you need to tread lightly when you bring it up to him. Skip the part about going through the phone. You can't come in there like you know. What you need to do, sis, lean into women's intuition. Sometimes your intuition ain't intuition. You saw the cold, hard evidence when you went through the phone, checked his search history and everything else. You just lean into it was your intuition and ask him questions to see what he says. And also ask yourself, do you have the same thing going on in your mind? Because sometimes it's like you can look at somebody who's doing something that's upsetting you or bothers you or whatever, and you forget, oh shit, I did it too. Or I kind of have those feelings too. And so ask yourself that. Is there somebody that you do miss or you do think about or whatever? I definitely think he's temp checking, and that's why they check in every now and again. I do not think that you need to be checking in. And you yourself said it's been on and off with you guys for years. You flipped that switch back on with him. And so maybe he was trying to run the same shenanigans with her, and she's not with it. She might be friendly, like, hey, bye. Like, I care about you enough to respond. I'm not going to ignore you because maybe it didn't end on bad terms, but like, I'm good where I'm at.
Yeah.
And he might be sitting and waiting forever. You do need to ask yourself that. And cold hard truth is a lot of people have somebody that they would rather be with. It doesn't mean that they don't love you, but they might have wanted somebody else more. And if that person comes around, they might leave you for them, whether it works out or not. I'm sorry. It's just, it's cold hard truths today. So pray about it.
Cold hard truths today. And I'm actually going to say something else again to you, sis, because you need to move on. I know I just said so many things, but I'm just sitting here thinking about it. You're going to be heartbroken. That's hurtful. I know you sitting here sad. That's not. Is
that what you want to do with your life?
Yeah,
you
because
will always have that in your mind.
Essentially, what you're going to be deciding on is, I'm going to be okay with wholeheartedly deciding to be number 2. At the beginning of before even marriage even started and kids even started in real life, for death do us part to even start, like all the rough shit that really happens in relation. Y'all already starting off at an L. You starting off with the L. You don't deserve that. You just don't. So go ahead and cry, move on.
All right, next up.
And download the masterclass.
Mm-hmm.
And the Field app. And then go ahead and order your Vi Hemp gummies.
I just said, too, y'all need to download the Field app while you're writing in about these men. Find you somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay. This person says, advice, please help. We'll see. All right. Oh, Lord. I saw Nigerian in the first line. So.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, ladies, I need your help and advice. I'm having a luxury Nigerian-American wedding, and I'm having a huge issue with guests inviting other people to our wedding despite our clear request. Y'all need to take the Nigerian out of this description of your wedding. That's the first mistake right there. People really and truly feel like, and I've even had a friend tell me that when my invite arrived late, she said, well, girl, I'm African. Like, everybody can just come. I've been told you about it. Like, yeah, I was late on the invites, but you should have came. And I was like, this is a formal event. You need a proper invitation. I did not receive mine in time, so I did not attend. Anyway. Details from our wedding invitation has been shared, like the location and our wedding code. 3 of our guests invited their coworkers, people we never met, and members from their church because they wanted them to experience a Nigerian wedding. Charge at the door. Okay, I've made it clear that the wedding is invitation only and adults only. Y'all need ample security. But some people are doing whatever they want. One relative even had the nerve to tell me that they're bringing their small kids because they should be there. What? As if it's their decision to make, not ours. It's like they're entitled to bring whoever they want without considering our wishes or the intimacy of the event. I can't even finish this before I say this, baby girl. You're going to have to kiss that goodbye. The intimacy of the event. I mean, you already said it's luxury in Nigerian. I know it's going to be money, showers in there. Can I come too? Shoot, I'll bring some ones. Now she says our RSVP code was shared. Oh, wait, did I just read that? No. Our RSVP code was shared without our permission, and now we have uninvited guests.
That's wild.
When we politely explained that it's an invitation-only event and children aren't allowed, some people responded by accusing us of being selfish. The nerve of them. The unmitigated gall. You are calling me selfish for the wedding we are planning and paying for because you don't want to get a babysitter. All right. We're concerned about the safety and intimacy of the event, and we don't want to deal with any potential issues on the day. Our venue has security, we have a planning team, and changed our code. But I am afraid of people causing a scene when turned away, or the littles throwing tantrums and crying, ruining key moments on our big day. Please share how you would navigate this situation. We'd love some advice on how to handle this without offending anyone or causing a scene. Love the show. Thank you both in advance.
You're getting offended. This is because this is offensive. This is disrespectful. You don't get to just show up at somebody's wedding. I mean, granted, I have crashed a Nigerian wedding myself, but they didn't know that we weren't part of the family. It was fine. There weren't codes. But this is not okay.
It's not. I feel so sorry for you. Sadly, we are not truly Nigerian. And I know that y'all got different rules and regulations in that culture. I think that they're absolutely going to come. They're absolutely going to cause a scene. It is going to be a fucking mess. If you cannot change the venue, change the address, maybe you should send out information and give everybody a fake address. And have it, if you can't change your venue or whatever, and still have it where you're going to have it. Now, they'll probably figure it out when they get there, and then they might show up. I don't know how you're going to do it.
Or
where is the wedding?
The guests that you do want there, maybe you hand deliver who you can a wristband and mail out the wristbands to the people who you can't hand deliver it to, and hire security. And then at the day of the wedding, the security makes a line like a club. There's 2 lines. If you have a VIP wristband, you get to come in, and then he just stands at the door and is like, "Can't nobody else come in?"
Well, they got the security already. She said that.
Okay.
She's afraid of them causing a scene when they get turned away because she already planning on turning folks away.
Well, you can control people.
They're going to, you know what? Have not security, actual law enforcement. That's what you're going to have to do. And I don't want to say it, but y'all might be thinking it. Just think about who might scare some people to just get in their cars and turn around. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, girl. I really think that maybe you're going to have to figure out maybe a kid corral area. Maybe if it's a luxury wedding and there's room in the budget, maybe hire a couple of sitters, or maybe like some of the teenagers or something can watch those little minions in another area, and they can have their own thing going on.
I've never been so pressed to go to a wedding. Like when people really be like, I'm coming. Like I
think it's rude, and I don't think you should do that.
You shouldn't. You're not invited.
And it's okay. Life goes on. Go somewhere else and eat dried chicken breast and listen to music and wear ill-fitting clothes. Like it's so many other things, but a Nigerian wedding is different. It's like going to an Indian, like some weddings. I have a friend, he was talking about, he was going to a wedding and he was charging people to be his +1 because he had a +1. He's like, you always wanted to go to one. And I was like, I need to hit him up. I wonder if anybody ever paid him because people be wanting to go. I'm sorry, girl. Y'all have excellent weddings from what we've seen on the internet. Everybody wants to be there. Yeah. You have the event of the season. It's like the Diamond Ball. But good luck. I don't know what you're gonna do. I'm sorry, we can't be of help. You just need to call them people on them people, or find another ballroom for those children.
Yeah.
Or put melatonin in the punch for the children.
Oh.
And they can all go have a nap. They were uninvited. You shouldn't have brought your kids if you didn't want them to have melatonin. It's just a little mineral or something, vitamin.
Girl, you gotta be an advocate for yourself. Stand up. How we get here? Stand up.
Because they Nigerian.
Call them people. Don't pull up here or it's gonna be a boxing match, not a wedding. Now.
All right. Well, that's it for the advice. So before you end up in an on-again, off-again situationship for far too long, or you have people who don't know how to establish boundaries, just download the Field app and make sure that somebody says they in therapy, they checking on their mental health, they have good boundaries, they're practicing these things, and they are single and not missing their ex. It's available in the App Store and Google Play. Good luck to all of y'all. And now it's time for the cocktails. I love learning. I just feel like no matter what, there's always something new that you can learn, whether it's food, writing, and even sex.
What?
Sex. I mean, we can all learn a little bit more about sex, right?
True.
Pleasure, whether we're pleasing ourselves or pleasing others, you guys. I went and got the Masterclass app, downloaded it, and then I started the sessions with Shan Boodram, The Art of Sex Appeal. Y'all. Okay, first of all, we already know that Shan is an expert in her field. She knows so much about it. And what I really have enjoyed from the different sessions, it's 2 of them, specific to her. What I love the most about it is that it's not just, try a few different positions, feel better about yourself. She talks in depth about different things to try, different ways to position yourself. It's a beautifully filmed class. There's graphics on there. So sometimes I know like when people are describing positions, it can be a little confusing trying to figure it out. They have graphics now. Don't get too excited. There's nothing wild and crazy there. It's just
You're supposed to learn.
Yes, there's drawings, but that really helped because some of the things I wasn't sure about. Anyway, there's just so many different things that you can learn on there. And Masterclass has so many different sessions from various instructors. And so when you sign up for Masterclass, if you use our code, it's going to be billed at just about $10 a month. It's billed annually, so you're getting a discount there. And you can stay on Masterclass app or the website. It is available there too. And you can look at all of the classes. It's not limited to just one. So you can become a master yourself. They just have so many different sessions by so many different instructors. And you can just kind of jump around and see what you might want to learn about today. Every day you can be learning.
And a lot of us need to learn something about sex.
Yeah.
And how to do it correctly. I love how on Masterclass has the best of the best teaching you how to be your best at whatever it is. So right now, our listeners can get an additional 15% off any annual membership at masterclass.com/cocktails, CockTales. That's 15% off at masterclass.com/cocktails, masterclass.com/cocktails.
So this week we just have one.
Yes.
Okay, so this week's cocktail says, "Hi, beautiful ladies. I love your podcast so much. I'm a painter, and listening to you two in the background helps me stay focused and entertained at the same time. Thank you. Now, to get straight to it, my boyfriend, 37, and I, 29, have been together for almost a year. And every time we fuck, it still just keeps getting better and better. I know that's right. I made us dinner the other night. Then we played sequence like we normally do every evening, and afterwards we were laying on the couch and he asked me to massage his back and chest, which I was more than happy to do. He's 6'6", 300 pounds, and very buff since he used to be in the NFL. All right, little humble brag. So I get on top of him and I start massaging his back, and then he flips over and I start massaging his chest. I started to relieve some of the pressure points, which caused some parts of his body to start pulsating, and in turn caused my pussy to start pulsating. Next thing you know, I'm on my knees sucking his dick. I love pleasing my man, and sucking dick makes me horny beyond measure. So when he took off my undies, literally strings of wetness were hanging from my pussy. He saw it and got right to eating, treating me like the dessert I am. From there, we headed straight to the bathroom. He bent me over in front of the mirror and started giving me back shots galore. Upon intense eye contact and thrusts, you signed up for Masterclass. I can tell because these are the words Shan was using. Okay, I was squirting like there was no tomorrow. After I got my orgasm, he nutted. I cleaned up the puddles and we went to lay down in bed. Next thing you know, he starts sucking my titties, then starts eating me out again, and we get round 2 on and popping. I started off riding, then we switched to missionary, then from the side, then we both climaxed again after more back shots. I clean up more puddles, get us some water, and we finally go to sleep. The morning comes, and as soon as I open my eyes, he starts having me for breakfast, which turns into us having round 3. Neither of us had brushed our teeth yet, so it was just back shots, LOL. But shout out to the back rounds. I really love my man so much and sincerely hope we just continue to make love to each other for the rest of forever. Sincerely, a passionate artist. P.S. I love y'all too and hope 2025 is filled with nothing but happiness, laughter, prosperity, and love for you both. Cheers.
Oh, I love that. I could feel your happiness in that. Girl, can you paint a picture of us?
That would be so nice. Send it on over. Take a picture of something.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Well, that's it for cocktails this week. Make sure you check the description box for all of the things that we talked about today. If there's anything for you to sign up for, any promo codes, any of that stuff. We are traveling. Medina's got a retreat coming up. I got a couple of trips coming up.
A show that is probably out at this point by the time this comes out. Okay, so it's
not out yet. We pushed the date back. Oh, I forgot to talk about that.
Well, the show is coming.
It's coming. And we've been recording more and more episodes. We wanted to make sure that we could launch strong. And so I wanted to record some more episodes. So I'm excited about the ones that we just did last week. And we got some other ones coming next week. So it's looking like April. But y'all, just send me good vibes. Finger crossed. I can't wait to launch it.
I can't wait till you launch it at this point. I cannot wait to listen. I can't wait to see you outside of cocktails.
I know, because it's very different. It's not the same. My name is Kiara Walker.
Really?
I'm Kiara Walker. No longer Kiki said so. Yeah.
Wow.
I was trying to be more mature. Let me sit up straight.
I know that feeling.
I was like, yeah, I'm trying to be more mature, and this is like, I'm not getting drunk and cutting up or any of that. And I do tell the guests, like, hey, now this is more about like, go Black men, we're lifting y'all up. But when you want to get fucked up or you just want to talk shit, like a late night show, come on over.
I can't wait.
Well, not fucked up. I can't handle that anymore. Just, yeah, I can't wait either. Anyway, it's coming.
Y'all read the descriptions, book the things, buy the stuff, and keep supporting us. We appreciate y'all so much. Follow us on Instagram. Together we're CockTales Podcast. I'm at Coffee Bean Dean.
And I'm at Kiki Said So for now. Until next week, you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the drive. Bye. Bye. Bye.